On today's episode, I'm calling out whoever this F-150 the last time. Somebody replaced this bedside before, then they ran sheet metal screws in it, then they ground off the heads of the sheet.
I stay putting in that work. Everything I get, I'm work. You can tell by the way I walk, I ain't just talking about it. I stay putting in that work. Everything I get, I'm work. You can tell by the way I walk, I ain't just talking about it. I stay putting in that work.
All right, now onto the bedside. You guys can see all the damage, if you can see it, all through that area. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy cut off. I got the new one right here. These are rivet bonded on as well, and I weld the front and back ends in a few spots, but most of it's rivet bonded. These are pretty straightforward. I've done a bunch of these, so I'm gonna knock this one out quickly. So I just started looking at this bedside closer, and it looks like somebody replaced this bedside before, and they bonded the entire thing. There's no rivets, no welds that I could see yet. Looks like they bonded the whole thing, then they ran sheet metal screws in it to hold it tight, then they ground off the heads of the sheet metal screws. So, not the right way to do it, but I'm gonna have to take this one off a little differently than I normally would. The whole thing might just pop off. We will see. So what's holding it right there is not a weld, it's actually just the end of a sheet metal screw. I could feel the sheet metal screw. Yep, you can see right here, there's the sheet metal screws. I can feel them from the backside. They have 3 of them there, they have more of them up here, and then they just ground the heads off after the glue dried. Not the right way to do it, so it's gonna be a little different, getting this thing apart without tearing anything else up. Now, right here at this back corner, they actually did rivet it. I'll give them that, but it's not correct. They use little 1/4-inch rivets. You can see the backside of them. They just popped little 1/4-inch rivets in there. And it's definitely not how that's supposed to be done. But you can see them right there. So I had to cut a window here to see exactly what they did. I couldn't figure out how they put some of this together because they didn't put it together the way it's supposed to be. So I made some cuts so I could get backside of here and try to trim this out differently. I normally would do this different, but being that it was all done before and they hacked it all up, I gotta go about it a different way. So that's why I cut that big chunk off so I could get up inside of here and release the glue that they have across there. All right, I just about have this mess cleaned up finally. I will start prepping out the new bedside in the morning and start fitting it up, fit the tailgate and the taillight, and I'll get this thing on in the morning. All right, I got this bedside all fit up. The design of these bedsides, they actually have the structure made into them at this end, so they actually pretty much fall right into place. Makes them real easy. But I'm gonna go ahead and lift it back off. I gotta punch some holes for my plug welds across the back, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this bedside put on here shortly. All right, the panel bond showed up, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this bedside on and get this one drying so it could go upstairs and get painted. Now you always want to make sure all the bare metal is covered with the panel bond adhesive.